Hi, good evening, everyone. So, today we are discussing how to build a digital bank. And I always tell my clients there are 7 steps to building a successful digital bank. The first one, no marks for guessing, is always why are you building one? So, define your vision and what's the business model. It's very, very important to understand your customer segment, the problem statement, what's the problem you're solving, and what value it will create for customer. The most successful digital banks like Vio, Revolut, have all been successful in gaining the customers thanks to solving a problem which was a big issue for a SME or a retail customer. Hence, the vision and problem you are solving needs to be clearly understood. Second, at heart of a digital bank is always a technology stack. And many digital banks go wrong in selecting one. I've seen so many banks who replace their digital stack down the journey of building a bank. Building a bank is 18 to 24 months journey, and hence right up front think end state, what would your customer require in next 3 to 5 years, and hence what kind of digital experience you want to build. Typically it includes a strong MADP platform in the front which is flexible, provides you the necessary templates, and gives you the necessary UI and UX libraries, right? So it's very, very important to select the right platform. What would be your integration layer? And again, scalability of APIs, open APIs does matter, because not necessarily all your products will be sold through your own bank's app. Many a times you will have a partnership with ecosystem players, and hence selecting a strong integration open layer is important. Third, at the heart of a technology stack is a banking platform or product processor. There's lots of myth in the industry that you don't need a core banking system, you don't need a banking platform. It depends. It depends on the product, it depends on accounting requirements, it depends on your customer segment. But if you truly want to become a digital bank of preference for mass or SMEs, or maybe for both, then a banking platform only helps you. A banking platform comes in with strong product processors for corporate customers, retail customers, lending, trade, and many use cases. So it's very important to select the right product platform and a banking platform to build an end-to-end stack. So build front to back and highly scalable stack. So that's a second material thing. Third, based on your segment and the problem you're solving, build compelling product and value proposition. And how do you do that? Understand your customer, involve them in solving the problem. Understand, is it a deposit problem, or is it an asset or a loan problem, or is it an investment problem? Based on a product you choose, think product end to end from a customer journey perspective. How is product going to be sold? How is product going to be serviced? And what's the fulfillment requirement? A successful digital bank delivers end-to-end experience. You don't need to build all of this on day one. You can build it over the period across the releases and MVPs, but think end-to-end while designing the customer journey. Many a times you will observe it is not possible to tokenize certain activities, digitize certain activities, and hence it may not be possible to have this in the digital way. So it's very important. Understand the market and ecosystem availabilities, fintechs availabilities, data availability, and build your products smartly. Next big thing, number four would be operating model. So who's going to be building it? How are you going to be building it? This who and how comes from the operating model. It's very important to look at what you will specialize in and where do you need partners. So operating model is a place where you define what functions will exist within the digital bank and what functions will get outsourced or managed service sourced. And this is what gets defined in org structure. Generally, digital bank have a 10 to 90 ratio. 90% engineers and designers and 10% management members. Average workforce for newly launched digital banks is between 50 to 100 people. So it's very, very small team which needs to compel and deliver much bigger work. Again, it's important to think digital sales, digital service, and engineering teams. So define all of this in your operating model and organizational design. Once you're clear with your stack, clear with your operating model and products, it's time to think security. How are you going to secure it? So that's number 5. Risk assessment, security, and compliance. Do not underestimate compliance. A digital bank can grow in leaps and bounds in few weeks and months. There's so many digital banks we've seen which has grown to 100,000 customer in few weeks, 1 million customer in few months. It took traditional banks years to build million customers across 400 or 500 branches. So it's very, very important to think risk assessment, compliance, how is going to be the KYC, AML, FATCA, CRS, different OFAC compliance as well, and security. So what is your cybersecurity strategy? How you're going to be leveraging your technology partners to build security layers? You need to really look at multiple layer of securities and confirm that right from intrusion detection to advanced analytics to fraud management, all the technologies for risk, compliance, and security is deployed. Last but not the least, digital banks succeed through acquisition of customers. And no guessing, again, customers acquired through partners and value propositions. So it's very, very important to look at your ecosystems and partners. When you look at the ecosystem and partners, partnerships has to be two ways. You are growing your digital bank. What you're looking for is introductions and customers. So select companies which has large customer pools and where you can make an offer for banking and financial products. Select ecosystem players of partners who can bring value propositions. Either an add-on value propositions which can come at a fee or a value proposition from product or servicing perspective which uniquely determines yourself. Let me give you an example. So one of the banks in Europe was introducing card products. They had a very good platform of cards, but they didn't have a loyalty program. The rewards program was not there, and they brought in an ecosystem partner called Blue. Blue provided an ecosystem of 40,000 merchants and places to earn and burn. This provided such a huge footprint to the European bank to deliver its rewards program, which was best in the industry. Now, when you're launching with something best in the industry, no wonder customer is going to love it. And that's exactly what happened. And that was one of the unique selling proposition for the bank. So keeping all of these 7 principles and tasks in mind, you can build a successful digital bank.